Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Thank You for Coming. I'm your host, Mike Carr, and I'm very excited to be right here on 2MB Studios. We're live on Twitch, we're live on YouTube, we're live on Facebook. I started a watch party on my Facebook, so there's people watching there. So many people tuning in to 2MB Studios. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for coming, as the name of the show says. We're excited because it's fall. Today felt like fall. My wife and I went for a lovely walk in Concord, Massachusetts. It was beautiful. The weather here in New England is wonderful. It's fall. Makes me happy. I'm wearing a vest. This is not part of the show. I'm just doing some opening banter with you out there in the Twitch first. If you're out there, go ahead and throw some comments in the chat. Let us know you're there. Tell us what you're excited about with the weather right now. Let's go ahead and get that going. What gets you excited about fall? Fall weather, what gets you excited? Is it apple cider donuts? Is it a carriage ride? What is it? Is it Halloween? Is it the fact that the holiday season, like Christmas and Thanksgiving, is right around the corner? And since 2020 is a nightmare, you can start Christmas music right now. Whatever you want to do, you do it. But put it in the chat. We want to see it in the chat. Other important things you need to know is at 2MB Studios. Before I get into the show, before I bring on my amazing guests, I want to tell you a little bit about this morning. 2MB Studios was a part of the AIDS Walk in conjunction with Fenway Health. They had a goal of $1,000. 2MB met that goal. So thank you if you donated. But $1,000 is great. You know what's better than $1,000? $1,001, $1,010, $5,000. Whatever you can do. If you still want to donate, we're going to throw that link up either in the chat or on the screen somewhere so you can still donate if you want to do that. That will definitely help the Fenway Health AIDS Walk. There it is right there. You can be one of the breadheads helping 2MB Studios raise some money for a wonderful cause. But now I want to talk about the show. If you haven't been to Thank You for Coming before, this is how it works. I have two seasoned professional improvisers in the green room. They've never met each other. They're from different parts of the world, different parts of the country, and they're here to improvise together for the very first time. They've never met. They're going to play together, all starting with one line of dialogue. That line of dialogue is Thank You for Coming. So I'm going to bring them out right now so you can meet them. They can meet each other, and then they can improvise. Coming all the way from a place called Margate, Florida. If you don't know what that is, think about Fort Lauderdale. You know what that is. I can see her giving me this gesture in the green room. Please welcome Stefan Duncan. Hello, Stefan.
Hello.
So glad to have you here. We'll see if anybody out there knows Margate. There's a couple of Florida people watching. There's probably some Florida people watching, so they may know Margate.
So sometimes it's a small place. You literally drive right through it and don't know that you've been through it. So
one of those wonderful little small towns.
Love it.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Let's find out who you're playing with. She comes all the way from the other side of Somerville, Massachusetts. Another wonderful improviser. Please welcome Rachel Von On.
It's me.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Hi, Stefan. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Awesome. So Rachel and Stefan, you can confirm that this is the first time you've ever met?
Confirm. Yeah. I've never met Stefan before.
Never seen Rachel before.
Who is that?
I don't even know.
Excellent. Very good. So for those of you watching at home, this is how it's going to work. We're going to get a suggestion from you. We need a location. It can be any location at all. Make it a fall location, since I babbled about fall for 5 minutes at the start of the show because I'm super excited about it. Let's get a location that has something to do with fall. Then Rachel and Stefan are going to improvise a scene together. One of you will start with the phrase, "Thank you for coming," and then you'll do a scene. At the end of the scene, I'll come back on. We'll chat about the scene, chat about improv, and then three of us will get to play together. So let's get some of those up in the chat right now. Ooh, a street side coffee shop. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, that feels good. Someone also said haunted house. Feel free to work haunted into it if you want. Don't feel the pressure, though. Street side coffee shop is where we're going. All right, so I'm going to pull you out. All right, street side coffee shop.
Thank you for coming. Yeah, thank you.
I was going to thank you for coming. It's sorry. I haven't done too many of these, you know.
Me either. It's interesting, you know, like the upcoming Halloween season's up, you know, and seances are popular. And,
Yeah.
I feel like this is something that we should do.
We should do it. I just feel like this is our year.
Yeah.
We just got to go full on. I'm excited to get, your guidance and your input. Because I feel like I'm a noob.
Oh, stop. I was a noob at one time.
Okay.
Long time ago.
Yeah.
But I understand.
I ordered us some dirty chais.
Oh, you dirty girl. Stop.
I don't know. I went on a limb.
Oh, you did great. Oh, how about some dusty donuts?
Dust me up. I need it.
Franco, there you go.
Okay. I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but depending on how we're feeling, maybe we finish off with a little tomato panini.
I said tomato panini. Tomato panini.
Tomato panini.
Tomato panini.
Whatever you want. I don't know. If you're feeling it, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know we've emailed a lot, but I've never, this is my first coven. So
yes. Oh, well, we welcome you.
Thank you.
We all welcome you. You don't see them, but they're there. Trust me, believe me. It's the truth. Yes. So I feel a lot of energy from you. I really do.
Is that good?
Oh, it's good. It's good.
Oh,
it's good energy. There's good energy. There's some good energy in there. Yeah.
Good.
I mean, I definitely wouldn't have met you here. Here, if you were not worthy,
Yes, of course. And I feel energy from you as well. And it's powerful. It's good.
Thank you. You're doing great. You're doing great. Doing great.
I'm so nervous.
Yeah,
I got donut dust all over me.
You inhale it all, and you soak in it. That's the power. That's how you feel it. You feel it?
Wow. Man, this season is feeling good. This feels good.
Oh, great. So I want to know if you're thinking pumpkins, maybe some pumpkins.
Yes. I'm feeling a little pumpkins. Yeah. Some of them carved, some of them not.
Okay. Yeah. Carved pumpkins? Carved pumpkins.
I feel some faces. Am I supposed to be feeling that? No.
I would stay away from. You're diving really deep, real fast. Okay. You're going real fast, girl. Slow down.
Okay. Sorry.
You should be going like 2 miles an hour, and right now you're going like 15.
Butternut squash.
Okay.
Carve them out. Put some soup in it? No, too far.
Too far. You start and then you go all the way in, which is a great trait to have. Some people can't dive all the way in, Okay. Some people are afraid of the deep end, and I appreciate all of that.
Okay.
I just need you to just relax.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Relax.
Okay.
Relax.
Okay.
Yeah. Delicious?
It's good. It's dirty.
Nice and dirty. Nice and dirty.
Sorry, is there something on my head? You're looking above my head.
No.
Okay.
Just a little, just
sorry.
It's fine.
That was exciting.
Yeah. Sometimes energies just get like sucked in,
Got it.
Being here in the coffee shop, which is a little different than what we normally like to do.
Okay.
You attract a whole bunch of different types of spirits.
Got it.
Right. So it's just sometimes I'm just making sure that your area is clear,
Thanks. Good. Yeah, I showered before I came.
That's good. Well, good. You showered?
I bet. Yes, I took a shower.
With what?
Just the water from my shower head, and then I have a Navino stress relief body wash because I was a little anxious. So it's got like lavender and chamomile.
Okay. Aveeno?
Yep.
Is that because you have sensitive skin? Is that what's going on here? Is that what I'm sensing from you?
I use a poof, and I go.
Oh, so it's liquid.
Oh. Is that bad?
We here at Covent America we like earthy. I want you to see the hands. Earthy.
Okay.
Earthy soaps, right? Okay. Things that feel like dirt or sand or sediment, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. And like it has the what it does is it scrapes the skin.
Okay.
Yeah, and scrapes the skin and it takes off all of that negativity and it throws it away down the drain.
Wow.
So that's just a little secret that I'm going to tell you. So you probably should get rid of all of your Aveeno because write that down. Write that down. Okay. Because it's expensive.
It is. Right? It's kind of expensive.
That's how they get you.
I'm a CVS Care card holder, so I get a couple bucks off every other month, but
CVS?
Yeah.
Not Walgreens?
Yes, I live closer to a CVS.
Huh.
Oh no. Is that bad? Is that bad? Oh no.
So when we talked over the internet via email, right? You told me you were all in. And I believed you. I believed you.
Okay. I appreciate that.
Yep. But CVS is not an approved place here at Covent America. I really thought you might have done your research and I thought you wanted to work and be a part of us. I just...
Of course. Sorry, this is a lot. This is a lot to take in. It's part of my routine. It's just I haven't thought about it. I did so much research. I looked all over the bio page. I looked over the staff page and the contact us page, it was funny that you had. It was nothing on the contact page. You just had to feel it. And I get that. So I'm excited that we got to connect over the internet, but. I must have missed that there was an approved places and products line. I thought we would maybe cover that today. I'm so sorry. I idolize you so much. Your Instagram is phenomenal.
Megan, take a sip. Question.
Yeah.
Did you see a bat on that website?
Well, there were several different bats. And the little navigation icon was a bat.
Was a bat. But there were other bats.
Yes.
And did you click on the other bats?
I didn't know they were I didn't click on any bats.
So you're telling me you just clicked on things that had words on them?
Yeah, they were hyperlinked. The bats were not hyperlinked.
Are you sure? How would one know if it hasn't been hyperlinked if one doesn't click on it?
Oh no. I feel like I'm messing this up. I'm so sorry. I didn't want to disappoint you. I wanted to ask you a question today. But I get it if I haven't even made it through the initial screening.
I'm interested in the question, and then what follows will be up to me. How about that?
Okay.
Right.
I just wanted to know, like I said, I followed you for so long. I'm so inspired by you. I just never thought I could even sit across the same table as you, let alone have you blow on my aura.
Yes.
But I just wanted to know if you've ever been scared. Because I feel like I get scared a lot. So it might not work out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you are so strong And you got a lot of force.
I appreciate you good over there.
Yeah, it's really dirty sip.
It's sort of getting stuck in there. Yeah, it's all that cinnamon dust or whatever they put in there. I mean, scared is an emotion, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
We all know that.
Yeah.
Happy, sad, mad, right? We feel these things. But do we feel these things? You see what I'm saying? Do you see where I'm going with? We're in a car together. Okay. A car, a vehicle of emotion. Okay. And we're driving. We're going down this highway. Yes. We're having a good time.
Seatbelt on.
Yeah, make sure. Because if not, that happens sometimes. Emotions are like the wheels of another vehicle. They don't belong to you.
They don't?
They're over there in the other vehicle.
Wow.
Say bye-bye, scary. See? That's step 1 that we teach at Covent America.
Okay.
And I know I was a little rough. I just got to make sure. And I think there's something in you. I do.
No.
Yeah. I really do.
You see it?
I do. Your aura is like, it's a little gray right now, but I mean, with a little bit of elbow grease and some dust, we can make it shine the color that it's supposed to be.
My aura is gray. At this moment, it's gray.
At this moment, it's gray.
Oh, come on. It's gray?
It's gray.
It's gray.
Gray.
Like 50 Shades of Gray.
With an A, though, not with an E.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I one of the articles that I clicked on that was hyperlinked on the website was about all the different aura spectrums.
Yes.
There's multiple spectrums, and then there's multiple aura shades on those spectrums.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And I read the one about gray auras.
Yeah.
Come on, I got fight in me.
I'm not saying you don't, but the aura doesn't lie.
Oh man.
I don't mean to upset you.
No, it's fine. I don't want to waste your time, and I was so excited for this meeting, and I feel like I'm letting you down left and right, and I'm in my own emotional vehicle, and I'm not getting out, and it's starting to pick up speed, and the brake isn't working. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. What color is my aura now? Is it still gray? It's probably still gray. Oh my God.
It's a little bit darker now. I mean, it was lightening up as we were here, but I feel
gray aura said you just can't ever become a witch. It's nearly impossible. Only 3.5% of all the gray aura's applicants
become witches.
Yeah.
But who's to say you're not that 3%? You just have to work harder. I told you I saw something in you, and I don't tell that to anybody.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Very good. Great. The first time you've ever played together, you were at a coffee shop. You ordered some dirty chais. You had some dusty boots. You might have a tomato panini or a Tonano panini.
Tonano panini. I love the website, Stefan, Covent America.
Yeah. A sort of almost like a corporate coven, almost. It had a feel to it.
You're good old fashioned corporate witches.
Yep.
Corporate witches. Cool. So coming right out of the gate, how did it feel? how did it feel playing with someone you've never met before? Yeah. How are you feeling?
So fun.
I had a good time.
So fun.
Yeah, like me and words. So many gifts, like honestly, with the dirty child. Like I had fun. I really just enjoyed being here. We're in this coffee shop, talking about witchy things that I don't really know much about. But
yeah, me neither, right? That's so funny. And you just kept surprising me with all these, like, well, did you see a bat? Why didn't you click on the bat? And I'm literally thinking, why didn't I click on the bat?
Yeah, I love the idea of the scene was so fun to watch. It was also you say that you didn't know much about witches. You didn't mention much about witches. You stayed in the literally we stayed in this narrow area of the world, which was all we needed too. Like we didn't have to get into what we all think of when witches is like, oh, you didn't click on the bats? Okay, well you missed all this important stuff. So I thought you both lived in that sliver of emotional truth in such a fantastic way. Which I personally love to see in scenes. I think you can mine so much out of what could be perceived as so little. Like we didn't have to create this vast world. It created for us while the two of you were just so focused on our sliver of what we've created. The corporate minutia of joining a coven was such a fun angle to go. So this is a question. I'm just going to ask some questions. Feel free to jump in as it applies to you. Like as far as online improv goes, how has that been going for you? Have you been doing a lot of it? Have you been avoiding it? What's your experience been with the transition from live to online improv?
Well, for me, like I was doing a lot of improv, and then I kind of just was like, I'm going to stop for a little bit. And this is pre-COVID. And I just had like a couple groups that I was playing with. And then COVID happened and we're like, all right, we'll put that on the side. And I just kind of started getting more into it, I guess. I kept things just kept popping up like, hey, let's do this. And I was like, I guess so. I'm not doing anything really. I mean, so I've been doing, I guess, more now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think more now.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I think it's obvious, like I think we're all mentally balancing so much, right? But I think one thing that I've loved is seeing how just this particular art form of like improv is just so fun because we all get to experiment in whatever way we want. And obviously there's like limitations and we're getting used to we get to look at the audience feedback now instead of like waiting to hear it, through laughter or anything like that. But I think it was fun, like back when, Mike, you and I were doing some shows more on like the weekly basis, like right when quarantine first hit, just thinking up all these like, okay, like let's make up new games that we can do on a screen. Like let's do challenges. Let's do like, what were those like the scavenger hunts, like run and get a thing in your house. And then we'll do a scene based on that or something. So it kind of opened up that world. You get to like play with props a little more because you're kind of limited in other areas.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and like this is so cool. I love that we get to do this. It's just cool that all of our improviser brains get to go on overload in a way.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting new horizon to explore in improv. In terms of playing with a stranger, because that's something that it would happen a lot of times in our regular improv world. But I feel like now in this world, and I think Stefan, you and I were talking a little bit about this before, how now with the digital world, it's almost like we can literally play with anybody because we're all in this place essentially. Has that changed the way you play with new people?
No, I like it. I've always liked playing with new people. Like I just like to. It's a great way to work on your skills, and it's also just a great way to meet other people. So I find it more exciting, especially because like, where am I gonna go right now? And I'm like to meet people, then go online, and so I like it. I've enjoyed meeting new people.
That's awesome.
It still hurts.
So sorry.
That's a good point. You got to have a chair that is comfortable for improv online.
Yes.
Have you found it weird to be sitting down a lot for improv? Because I'm usually a much more physical player and I like to be up and moving. But now I find like I have this tiny box to play in.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting down.
And right. And like, that's what I would say about like playing with a stranger. I get, I was like a little nervous because like I am such a physical player. I like to see how we like, interact, but we only have our screen and our faces and our voices and body language. And it was just so fun to like, just get to know each other through this, and like we kind of get to focus a little more, right? Instead of maybe like getting into our go-tos or whatever. We get to like, surprise each other with our little gifts.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's actually dovetails into a question I was going to ask. What about your go-tos? That's the phrase I like. I was going to ask you what like when you're doing this.
I don't know why I did that.
No, it's fine. When you're doing a scene, like what is it emotion? Is it physicality? Is it object work? What is the thing that you're like maybe before and after? Because now we're in the two different worlds. Like what's when you're starting a scene, what's your like, all right, when I'm going to start a scene, this is my first step. Because that's something we touch on it a lot in improv, but we don't really talk about it on this level to be like, what's your first move? Like, what is your first place where your first foot forward? What would that be for either of you?
Yeah, mine is definitely physicality. So online improv, we're getting to know each other. I love playing with distance from people. Awkward subject now, but it's like it's part of that physicality. It's like taking on the character for me personally, and then also observing and like feeling out what my scene partner is doing. And I love to play with the environment too, and just like take that in for a couple of seconds, and then like build little by little so that we know kind of like physically where we're at, how we're feeling based on like how close we are, and like that's where I like to get inspiration from. And then obviously emotion at the same time. So like that's like emotion now is like obviously way more front loaded for me in the virtual space. But I don't even know if that made sense, but there it is.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
For me, on Zoom, it's definitely more emotional because like I'm also awkward in my own body, but like, so when I did it live, it just kind of worked anyway because I was just whatever my body was in. We're like, all right, let's go with that. Like so, yeah, emotion is a big thing. I realized though that I was more physical than I thought I was when I was doing Zoom because I wanted to do stuff and I was like, wait, I can't. I guess I did move a lot more than I thought. Like so I guess I am more physical in the live version of improv versus live version physical. There when I'm there.
Yeah.
Before and after.
Yeah. I like that in the there improv versus the here improv. I think it's a good way to put it. Back in the there.
Back in the there improv.
Great Children of the Corn. Like, a long time ago. Yeah. So I enjoyed watching that scene so much. In terms of like surprises in the scene, I think there was a lot of great moments where you were genuinely finding these beautiful moments of surprise, and we kind of hit on it a little bit with the bats thing specifically. When you're playing, what are some surprises you like to open for? Because there's a lot of things that like we can offer that maybe get lost or maybe get missed. How are your eyes opening when you're on an online improv show? Like what kind of, because I know in a physical world, in the there improv, well, like a physical move could be something that is very easy to see and be like, oh, I'm going to react to that. Now we have to really dial in our focus in what's being said and even how it's being said. So how has that changed you for listening in terms of being on stage with people on stage?
I mean, more of it. Like I'm definitely doing more of it. Like when Rachel talked about her soap that she uses and it was a vino, and I was like, you got sensitive skin.
I know, and that was like so funny to me, that I thought it would be just a detail to be glossed over, but how funny that she was like, and like reacted. I was like, oh shit. Like, in my character, I was like, what does this mean? Which is so fun. And I feel like same with, when you were like, your aura is just like a little gray, like that just struck me. And I was like, what, let's dig into that. Like, you pick up on these like specific details and just go down that rabbit hole and dig deeper. Because why not?
Yeah, I mean, we like you were saying, like we were just right here because there were so much things that were coming back and forth, and we picked them up and we went with it instead of just like glossing over it or finding wherever. Because I didn't know, I obviously don't really know where you're gonna go with improv, but like not knowing the person and not knowing where they might go with it, all we have is what we have like right now. Mm-hmm. So versus someone that I've been playing with, I'm like, oh, she's talking about Avino. Okay, we're gonna talk about the time she was in the tub and she fell. Like, so, like you can like broaden it out a little bit more because you know, like more about the other person and like what they know.
Yeah.
So that's what I just learned right now doing this with you, Rachel. So.
Yeah, that's so well put. I totally agree because it was just like, I like to be patient and I like to utilize silence in the scene, right? But not knowing someone, like I don't want to feel like I'm leaving you hanging or anything like that, but I'm also trying to like get a feel for like what you like to do and what's seemingly like the thing that's having you have fun. And it was so fun when you just like reacted for a while and you took your time and I was like, ha, because I loved it.
There was... You found such wonderful stuff in the scene. Specific, one thing that I really enjoyed watching was how everything Rachel did was one step away from actually getting the thing she wants and finding that and just continue like, oh, you go to CVS, go to Walgreens, like just that. The way that was done was so great.
The worst witch candidate in the history of corporate witches.
I love that so much. You want to do another scene?
Yeah.
And
awesome. So out there in the comments, we need. I almost said convent for some reason, and I don't know why. I think I had covent. I had coven on the mind. I don't know.
I think I might have said convent. I don't really remember. It's possible.
Well, whatever we said in the comments, we're going to need another location. We need other locations, like a convent. It can be anything you want, but please go ahead and give us a couple more. While we're waiting for some of those to come in, Stefan, where are you? Where were you improvising, or where are you currently improvising? Where people can find you and follow your work? Because we should be, because you're awesome.
Well, thanks. Actors Rep. I'm with a group called Spice Rack and PE. And I play with also Black Improv Alliance, Wakanda versus everybody.
Nice. Cool. And Rachel, do you have anything? Are you playing anywhere specifically, or anything you'd like to pitch? Or
I don't have anything super specific. I will say if my place of employment is fun to have other virtual stuff to look at. If you or your family want to look at some puppet shows. I work for Puppet Show Place Theater over in Brookline, Massachusetts, and we have some cool interactive and recorded stuff for families and adults too. So if you want to check out puppetshowplace.org, it's got some fun stuff.
Hold on, wait real quick. So I work with a children's museum and connection.
I love this.
So we've been doing like story time and things like that. I actually would like to,
Are we going to connect on the internet?
We're going to connect on the internet.
Ooh, maybe after the show, the two of you will have a conversation.
I love this.
Yeah, awesome. That's awesome.
So for our scene, there's lots of great suggestions coming in. The word sweater has come up several times. We have sweater store. We have sweater vest store, sweater bunker store, a bunker store. So I think a sweater store that sells a variety of styles of sweater is going to be a good place for us to go.
Okay.
So the three of us will do a sweater vest sweater store scene.
Do we have to start with thank you for coming?
No, we don't. Yeah. The scene can start as is. I'll pop us out, then we'll all reappear.
Okay.
All right.
I don't know, guys. Their selection, I don't know.
It's quite limited.
It's limited. It's limited.
Like limited edition stuff.
Yeah.
It's real scratchy. Like, it's real scratchy.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I feel like this isn't going to be good for a roommate pick. I don't know.
Yeah, it's quite itchy. I'm not here. I'm not feeling
vibing.
it.
No, you're not vibing. I'm not vibing. You're not vibing.
I'm not vibing at all. Like, I'm just not. This is the best. This is the best they have to offer.
Yeah, it's not working.
Insane. How do you? What was that? I'm sorry.
I don't know. Rogue thought.
Okay.
Maybe we ditch the whole sweater aesthetic, the sweat aesthetic, and we go with something else. Let's go to a scarf store or let's check out booties.
Oh, I mean, I'm torn because sweaters keep you warm. Scarves just keep your neck warm.
And I don't even know what to do with booties. They're not going to fit my feet. I have size 13. I have size 13s. They don't make booties in size 13.
We can find some booties.
Do you think there's size 13 booties?
Listen, let me tell you about booties and sizes. Okay.
Please. I don't know.
They come for adults too.
Yes.
They definitely.
Yes, Nathan.
Yeah, they have booties for adults. Like,
I thought that booties were only for babies or
no,
children.
booties are not for babies, Nathan. Listen.
I'm trying to
listen.
I'm not being ageist. I wasn't being ageist. I just thought that maybe I'm allowing my own personal bias to get in the way of my recognition that booties are for everyone.
I'm going to do a vibe check. I'm going to do a quick vibe check.
Please
I feel like the sweaters, they're not vibing, okay? Clearly, we need to talk more about the subject of booties at a later date. If we want to get this roommate pick on a card out to our friends, I don't know. I just feel like now I'm at a loss. Should we even do this?
What about gloves?
Just gloves?
Just some elegant
gloves. Like the ones that go to your elbow?
Mayhaps? Or
do they even make those for adults? Sorry, I had to. Nathan, I'm feeling sad.
You're mocking my ageist commentary?
I don't know. I just like where do you get those? I haven't seen them in a while. And if you're talking about just gloves without a combo of a hat or a scarf or a muff, I don't know.
Wait a minute.
Both your hands go in, or like a muff for your ears? Like what?
Either or.
A mufflet.
A mufflet?
That's what that?
Yeah. The mufflet. It's when you're singing White Christmas, you put your hands in it.
It's a mufflet.
Yeah. Is that what you're talking about?
I'm just throwing out rogue ideas. I wanted to do a vibe check. I feel like we're not on the same page.
No, we're not.
We're not now. Because I was thinking, why don't we get like it all? Why can't we get mufflets, scarves, sweaters? I mean, not sweaters because they're obviously not it, but booties.
Wait a minute. Are there bootlets as well as booties? Or is that a slip of the tongue? Or is that an actual article of clothing that could be on our card, on our persons?
It could be, but we weren't going to talk about booties. So a bootlet would be like a longer version of a booty.
Honestly, I'm very into that idea. I haven't seen a bootlet in a minute, but if we could find it, I motion yes.
Great.
All right. Yes. So all the accessories.
Yes.
Mufflet.
Muffle. Yeah.
Mufflet.
Right. Scarves.
A scarf would be nice.
Mm-hmm. And then the muffletters. What would muffles? The thing you put your hands in.
Yep. And then
bootlets
or booties. Booties, whatever you're comfortable with that you find in your size.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm feeling better. I'm feeling better. I feel like there's more back in that collaborative space that we wanted to be and the energy of our house.
Mm-hmm. You are welcome.
Thanks, Sandra.
It's okay, Suzalette.
Nathan, why aren't you smiling? Nathan, you're not smiling. Is there something wrong? Do we need to vibe?
No, nothing's wrong. I just have a thought. Suzalette, I'm sorry. I just have a thought.
Well, please, Nathan, express it to the whole team.
Please.
No, I love the direction we're going. I think it's right. I think we're headed north, and we're supposed to be headed north. But our initial thought was sweaters, and now we're getting away from that. And I feel that we need something to tie it together, and nothing ties that look together like a sweater.
Nathan, I hear your feelings. I hear them. Okay. I also want to respond to that feeling by asking you to look at the sweater you have on right now. Does that fit the aesthetic?
It's a snowman.
Right? And it lights up. Two of your favorite things.
It's a light up snowman. And
it does not fit you in the elbows. So I sense your discomfort.
It is a little strange. It's very worn here at the elbow. You can see my skin through the wool.
I see it's a little spaced out. But isn't that what is beautiful about the winter time? You know?
Fair. Maybe we don't do the whole photo shoot at a studio. Maybe if we want to run with this, we take it a rustic route and go find a barn door to stand in front of. Okay, there was a lot of silence when I said that.
I was trying to vision. I'm a visual person. Suzalette.
I'm sorry.
I'm a visual person.
I'm sorry.
I'm a literal person, and I was thinking, where are we going to find a barn door without the rest of the barn attached to it? I'm a little literal. I'm literal. I'm a literal person.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was an idea.
No, it's not. It was.
I still think we should get some muffalettes, but I mean,
I'm in. Then we have to call an Uber and go to wherever you purchase those. And the last time I saw a muffalette, I don't know where that is.
But you just search it on your phone. You go muffalette. Hey Siri, search muffalette store. Okay, they clearly don't know what I'm talking about. They gave me a BMW store. It's fine. But
cool. Do we need a backup? I feel like the whole plan is unraveling, pun intended. Ugh.
So let's stay.
We saw you.
Up them jokes.
What?
You made a pun, right?
Yeah.
It was a pun?
Yeah. Yes.
In a serious moment like this?
I'm sorry. I just feel like the vibe was depleted. There was no vibe, and I wanted to just boost it.
So you made a pun?
I made a pun, Nathan. Has that not made you giggle in the past?
Not that pun. Puns in the past, yes. But this was not a past pun. This was a present pun. And the present pun not make me laugh.
Sandra, you and I bonded over punny puns when we first met. This is just a hot button issue right now. Pun intended.
Maybe.
Sorry. What did you say, Nathan?
I said maybe.
I said the baby. I said the baby. What if it was a picture with a baby instead of a muffalette or gloves or sweaters? What if we get a baby and we take a picture with the three of us holding a baby?
Who got a baby?
Is this supposed to be Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior?
Because I got qualms with that.
Same.
It doesn't have to be Jesus. It doesn't have to be him. It could be Steve, the baby Steve, who was also born on December 25th and never gets any recognition because of someone else who was born on that same day.
I'm going to just say, I hear your Steve the baby suggestion, and I'm going to call we're way off track card on that.
You know how expensive it is to rent a baby?
Such a good point. Hey, Siri. Yeah. Hey, Sandra, Siri. Don't ask it. Never mind.
Hey, Siri. How much does it cost to rent a baby?
I found this on the web for how much does it cost to rent a baby. Check it out.
It exists.
Too much.
Under 30. What, dollars? Who knew?
Is your Siri British?
Australian.
Guys, that was insane. I love it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of renting babies apparently. Oh, good lord.
I would look more into that.
Yeah. Stefan and Rachel, thank you so much for doing the show. It was so much fun to play with both of you. So much fun to watch the two play. Yeah. This is awesome. I'm just so happy you were both here.
Thank you so much. I had a great time.
Goodness gracious.
I'm going to send you an email, though, for real, though.
Yes.
I'm serious.
I love it.
Yeah, if y'all want to stick around after the show, you can quickly chat and start to build that connection.
Sweet.
That's great.
This is what it's all about. We're bringing the improv world together. We're helping each other out. I love it. Mm-hmm. So this show, 2MB Studios, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to everything 2MB Studios is doing. They're doing amazing stuff. Like I said today, this morning, part of the AIDS Walk of Fenway Health. If you were a breadhead, you reached your $1,000 goal, but you can still donate and help even more people. So definitely a great thing to do. Great shows all week. I don't know. I don't really. Sunday used to end the week. It used to begin the week. Now it's just a day in. There's no such thing as weeks anymore. But whatever you do, check out 2MB Studios. Lots of great content coming on. I do have to address something. I don't know if either of you could hear the cat meowing during the scene.
I did.
It was my cat. You looked. He's outside the door and he has intense FOMO. He's always like, what's going on? I need to be a part of it. So I saw the comment and I had to laugh. And Loaf, you were right. It is my cat. Yeah, check out 2MB Studios. Stuff. Hello World tomorrow morning at 9:30 with our wonderful hosts Matt and Chloe, featuring wonderful guests and shows. I think 7 nights a week. I think 2MB Studios is doing shows every week. So always great stuff to check out. In terms of thank you for coming next week, very excited next week. I have two improvisers coming who I'm dubbing next week's show the nicest show ever, because the two improvisers who are joining us next week are two of the nicest people I've ever met. From Orlando, Florida, Chelsea Highland.
Oh, Chelsea!
Yeah, you know Chelsea. And you can attest to her kindness. And from Boston, Massachusetts, our very own 2MB Studio founder, Matt Fear. Oh. I don't know if he just found out he was on the show next week. He just found out. But Matt and Chelsea are our guests next week, and they are both wonderful people. So please come back next week. Everyone, Rachel, Stefan, all of you out there in the Twitterverse, Twitchverse, thank you for coming. Bye-bye.